Yokoso Minna, we're continuing our video series on the names of Dragon Ball, and we're finally going to be able to finish up everything that is to be said on the Red Ribbon Gun. And I also have a bit of information about Bulma's family. Are you ready? Let's go! Igeze! Okay, so we're here with volume 8, tankoubon volume 8, and we're continuing and are going to finish our deep dive into the names of the Red Ribbon Gun. So last time we finished with yellow tie, and now we're moving up to violetto tie, which is the violet core. The leader, as you can see here on the screen, is Violetto Taisa, which is actually Colonel Violet. Again, in the tradition of the characters of the Red Ribbon Gun, we see that her hair and her eye colors reflect her name being Violet. The next one is Braune tie. That part of the Red Ribbon Gun has been is mentioned in the manga, but isn't depicted anywhere. Also, in the reference works, I couldn't find any depiction of how this core would look like or who the leader is. Same thing for Kappa Tai, which is the copper core. They only mention that the leader is Kappa Shogun, so again, General Copper, but we never see him. I also didn't find any depiction of him in reference works. I did find some fan art by Japanese fans, but I don't think there's anything official out there. If you do find something, please do let me know in the comments below. I'll make sure to have a look at it. Okay, just a little sidestep here because it's way too early to talk about this, but much later in the story, during the Jinzo Ningen saga, so the cyborg saga, we will encounter Dr. Gero, which Dokuta is Japanese for the English word doctor, so it's a Japanification of the word doctor. Gero is his name. He's of course the person who made all the androids in Dragon Ball, but that would take us a little bit too far here. I just mentioned him here because he's part of the Red Ribbon Gun, but I'm sure we'll encounter him later down the line. Okay, so as Son Goku finishes up the Red Ribbon Gun, he doesn't face off against Retto Sosui because he was taken out by Black Hossa, which you can see here on the screen. And in order to fight against Son Goku, he uses a robot called Battle Jacketto, which literally is the Japanese transcription or translation of battle jacket in English. So after that, they go visit Uranai Baba. Now, Uranai means fortune telling. Baba means actually old lady, but I have to say, don't use that in reference to old ladies when you're in Japan, because in general, it's a term that isn't very flattering. It's a pretty rude way to address or talk about an older lady. So the normal way would be Obasan or Basan or Bachan. Baba is actually like old hag, I would say, or it's often used in such a derogative way. So the fortune-telling old hag, I would say, although I must say it's not always a one-to-one translation. It depends on the context also, but you could translate it as the fortune-telling old hag. Now, at the entrance of her domain, they encounter a pink ghost with a hat. He doesn't have a name. He's just referenced in the manga as Uranai Baba no Obake. Obake means ghost. So the fortune-telling old lady's ghost, so to speak. But there's not really a name attached to him. Okay, so this is a little bit of a fun joke again by Toriyama-sensei, he really likes to play with words or make little word plays as funny jokes. So here Son Goku says, Omega urenai baba ka, which is Japanese for, are you the urenai baba? And urenai baba, as you can see, her correct name is actually uranai baba. And he says, urenai baba. Ure is the Japanese verb for to sell. All right? Urenai then means that can't sell. So she's actually the old hag that can't sell. The unsuccessful old hag, unsuccessful at business, you could infer from that, or you could translate it as. So urenai baba is like the unsuccessful old hag. And she says, no, my name is, and quite vexed, by the way, she says, no, my correct name is not urenai baba, but uranai baba, the fortune-telling old hag, not the unsuccessful old hag. So again, a nice little wordplay by Toriyama-sensei. So they have to defeat a couple of enemies, and then she will agree to telling their fortune for free. The first opponent they encounter is Dorakula-man. Now, Doracula is literally taken from English Dracula. Man means man, so Dracula man, I would translate it. And you see he also transforms into a bat. He sucks blood, so clearly inspired by Dracula, if he would be a Muay Thai boxer, as you can see from his attire. The next enemy is called Suke-san. Now, Suke comes actually from the word skeske. Now, skeske means transparent or see-through. So Toriyama-sensei shortened it, skeske to ske, and added san, so Mr. Invisible, actually, so to speak, or Mr. See-through, which is actually correct. As you can see in the manga, he is actually invisible until Kame Sennin's blood is sprayed all over him, and in that way he becomes visible. So he's also referred to as Tome Ningen. Tome means transparent, and Ningen means human, so the transparent human, the see-through human. With that, we come to the next tankoubon, volume number 9, and we continue the story with Uranai Baba. The next enemy they encounter is Mira-kun. Mira-kun actually comes from the word Mira Otoko, which means mummy. And as you can see from his appearance, well, that's just spot on. But his name actually comes from the Japanese word Mira Otoko, meaning a mummy. And the one but last enemy is called Akkuman. Now, Akkuman actually comes from, you have to cut it up into two things. Akkuman, man means man again. Akku is actually derived from the word Akuma. You can see it here with two kanji. Aku means evil, ma also means demon or something to that effect. So Akuma means devil or demon, which matches quite well with his appearance again. And actually Toriyama-sensei will reuse that name, Akkuman, for another manga series he has made, which maybe I will do a video about later down the line. When we explore other works of Toriyama-sensei. And the last opponent doesn't have a name. He has the mask of a cat-like mask on him. And as the fight finishes up, we learn that he's referred to as Ji-chan. So it's actually Son Goku's grandfather come back to life. Temporarily, as you can see with the little aureole atop of his head, signaling that he's actually still dead, and he was given temporary leave to stay there or to fight there for the Uranai Baba. After all of that is done, they chase after the Dragon Balls, and they encounter again Pilaf Ichimi, Pilaf's gang. This time they think they're prepared, and they have some kind of battle suits or robots, and they call them Pilaf Machine. Machine, again, the Japanese transcription of the English machine, so the Pilaf machines. As the fight goes on, they merge into one giant robot, but one of I think the middle one gets severely damaged. So Pilaf says, yeah, we need to transform into type Dacho. Now Dacho means ostrich, the bird, right? And it's actually that kind of shape that the robot takes on, which matches well because it's the transformation they use to run away, and an ostrich famously is easily scared, puts his head in the ground. In this case, they just run away. But in Japanese, type means a different transformation. Dacho means ostrich. And after they use the Dragon Balls to bring back to life Bora, Son Goku is able to recuperate his original Dragon Ball, the one he had from the beginning of the story. They turn back into stone because it will take another year for them to reactivate. And I just thought it was worthwhile to note that here again, Son Goku refers to his Dragon Ball as Su Xin Chu. So they continue with the Chinese pronunciation of these Dragon Balls instead of using the Japanese native pronunciation, which in this case I would say is Shi Hoshi Kyu or Yon Hoshi Kyu. But he uses the Chinese pronunciation Su Xin Chu here. And with that, we have finished the entire Red Ribbon Gun chapter. Please join me next time because it's going to get really interesting. We're going to have the next Tenkaichi Budokai tournament, Tenshinhan, Chaozu, and later on Piccolo Daimao. Make sure you don't miss it. See you guys next time. Take care. Jane. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, tap the notification bell, and sound off in the comments. And hey, while you're here, why not check out another video?